First, I will say welcome because we're here with M5 versus CLG in the lower bracket finals for a Star Series. Star Ladder. Star Series, Star Ladder. And it's a best out of 3. The winner of this best out of 3 will face Navi in the finals for the entire tournament. And we're just waiting for everybody to load in. And there we go. We'll be going into the picks and bans right now. There we go. And first pick is going to go to M5, who's playing on the Radiant side today, with CLG on the Dire side. Let's see if we're going to see some unusual picks, or if they're going to stick to the standard stuff, like Furion, Invoker, Lycan. But we'll see. Seems like PGG was not totally prepared to be the first ban. There we go, Invoker being banned out. Same with Lycan. Okay, so nothing special as of yet. It does mean that M5 also doesn't want to play Invoker. I mean, they have first pick, ban out Invoker, so they don't want to play Invoker, but they also don't want to face Invoker. And that's gonna count for every hero that ban out, of course. Well, for CLG, it might be the case that they want to play something, or yeah, they don't have to ban out everything that they would like to play and don't want the other to play, because they can have the second 2 picks. So if they let more going through than one of the heroes that are normally picked or banned, then they can pick those up. We have a Shadow Demon ban. I find that, well, it's not that usual. He does get picked up quite a bit. I mean, his disruption is just so powerful, and to make team fights also easier, ganks easier. I mean, positioning is after disruption, everybody can get in position and just kill something. But as a first ban, you don't normally see him all that much. That means that CLG will be forced to ban out some of the heroes they definitely don't want to face, like the Furion. We have the Anti-Mage 2 banned out, also one that you don't see banned out that much lately. What we don't have, or what we have to remember, I mean, Brewmaster is in, so he might still get picked up. I saw him once yesterday, made a pretty strong game, even though it didn't win that one. But we might see that one. I would be pretty curious to see that one. Lone Druid is also still in. Same goes for Chen and Enchantress and Tidehunter. We will probably see those picked or banned. Well, banned right now, or picked in the first couple picks that the teams can do. Seems like CLG going into reserve time, ban out the Tide, so no strong team fight for M5. Let's see what they're gonna pick up first. So there's still quite a couple of options that they can have for first picks that are pretty strong, like I just said already. I mean, Darkseer also still in. They might want to play that. Taking their time though. Taking a long time. They're gonna go for a Darkseer. So that's their team fight and their solo lane probably. Or well, they could go jungle on him too, but I doubt he will do that. That means that there's still quite a bit up for CLG. I mean, they could pick up the Lone Druid, the Windrunner, of course. The Chen is still in, must not forget the Chen. But they might also want to go for some team fight now that the Darkseer is in the game. They might also want to go for a semi counter for him. At least the solo lane, yeah, Windrunner would be a good pickup then still. They're taking their time. There is, I have to say, there is quite a bit of choice to make here. There is still a lot of good heroes in, and that's because, I mean, Anti-Mage and Shadow Demon were banned, 2 bans that you normally don't really have. So that means that more of the heroes that are normally banned out first are still in the pool. So there is a lot of choice here for CLG, and they have to weigh it off carefully. They're taking it to bonus time for that. And we have one of M5 disconnecting. I bet he'll come back. And there's the Chen and the Leshrac. Almost forgot the Leshrac. Such good pushing power from Leshrac. And talking about pushing power, I mean, Chen is good pushing power too. So that means CLG is not looking to make this into a very long game. We're probably going to see some tier 1 towers falling pretty early. So that's why, well, yeah, that's why they picked those 2 together. Some nice early gold advantage for them if they manage to do that. M5 finding an answer for that. They still could pick the Windrunner. Windrunner being a pretty nice counter push also with their power shot. Pretty annoying for Chen's creeps also. Reserve time. Going into reserve time for that too. well, they have to think about it pretty well. I mean, this is quite an important match. So, yeah, Beastmaster would be a pretty good choice too for anti-pushing, I would reckon. They, well, those X's flying through chance creeps would be really nice if they picked that up. But then again, they might not want that. They might want something totally different. Want to go for their own strategy rather than countering CLG's strategy, which is of course something that is tricky to do. But if you believe that your strategy is the better one, then it's then it's an obvious choice. Even though it's going to be hard to counter push for Leshrac because this edict will go on. If you clicked it, I mean, if he's dead, it will go on. If he's CC'd, it will go on. Everything. So Leshrac can just fight close to the towers, and the towers will drop eventually if you take the fight there often enough. Wow, they're using a lot of their bonus time, only having 20 seconds left, 15 now. That means they won't have that much time to think about their other choices. They're gonna go for Enigma and a Sand King. Oh, look at that combination. So I really love this. I mean, they have to get it up properly, but if they do, they have an epicenter, they have a black hole, and they have a vacuum. So with the vacuum, they can get everybody into the black hole, and the epicenter will rip through everybody if it's casted at the same time as a black hole. That's just so powerful. And with well, if one of those ultimates is not up, like Enigmas or Sand Kings, they could always have, I mean, a black hole and a vacuum is pretty powerful on itself too. An epicenter and a vacuum, pretty powerful on itself too. And if you then get the three of them together, even more powerful. That's gonna be really good, especially if they fight in a close spot. Like if there's gonna be a fight at a Roshan pit, for example, that's gonna be really deadly for CLG, and they really have to watch out for their positioning, how they're gonna do that. And talking about positioning, they're gonna get for the Vengeful Spirit. He will be able to interrupt the black hole, only if he's not caught in it, of course. Which with a vacuum and a black hole is pretty tough to do, but definitely possible. And they're gonna try to interrupt the black holes like that. I mean, it even goes through BKB, so that doesn't really. Yeah, you can always do that if as long as Vengeful Spirit is alive and not caught in the black hole. There's a counter for that. And they're gonna go into the second ban phase, and we're probably gonna see some bans for M5, for maybe an Earthshaker ban. At least some. I mean, there is so much team fight on M5 right now. They don't want CLG to have that same team fight, I would imagine, and they're going for the Venomancer ban. Also some team fight there. The next ban is a Morphling. They didn't think about that at all. It was instant ban. Well, these bans come out very fast. We also have a Broodmother ban, so no solo lane for M5 to push harder. And also a Klinks ban. We know M5 likes to play the Klinks a little bit, even though he's not that picked up that often. He is still one of those unappreciated heroes that you really have to get right in order to make him a real part of the game, a real game changer. And there's a Morphling there, of course, the ban. Yeah, some hard carry ban for M5. They don't want CLG to get Morphling get farmed up. I'm not sure they would have gone for it, but of course Morphling is very, very powerful. Also mid game, and I think they want to, or CLG wants to end it around mid game since they have so much pushing power already. We have a Shadow Fiend probably going for the mid for M5. Very, very aggressive pick, I have to say. They don't have a hardcore support yet, but I'm imagining for the support items we'll probably see Enigma going for the mech or something, and then Darkseer for the pipe. So, and they'll split it up a little bit. So they can definitely pick that. And yeah, Shadow Fiend is just really powerful. I wonder who's gonna face against in the middle. It could be Leshrac, could be one that CLG still has to pick. I mean, Storm Spirit is still in. They might want to go for a Storm Spirit or something totally controversial. Maybe even a Pudge. Who knows? Nah, can't count on that, unfortunately. CLG taking into reserve time. They do have still 40 seconds left, so they can still do that. For their laning, I mean, Jen is probably gonna be in the forest for them. And then their lanes, I mean, they still have missing that solo lane. Windrunner still not picked though. Would still fit in great with CLG lineup, especially with a shackle shot if he managed to get a shackle shot on maybe a Sand King or Enigma Darkseer. To just kill them off before the fight starts. They're gonna go for a Slaughter. Good pick. Mostly countering the, well, actually countering too. I mean, you have the Sandstorm for the Sand King that's just not as effective anymore because Slardar can just amplify damage and he'll see him. Also, he can face the Darkseer, and I believe the haste on Slardar at his max level is the same amount of speed as the Surge is, so he will be able to chase him
10 seconds
and
remaining.
possibly kill him if he gets a good stun in. So that's a solid pickup, and there's the solid support for M5. They're gonna go for an Ancient Apparition. Good counter for the Chen. We'll be able to cancel out that heal, or at least stop it from happening because you just can't heal with. And yeah, just a solid support. I'm expecting the laning to be Darkseer solo with Enigma in the forest, Shadow Fiend in the middle, and the Sand King and Ancient Apparition dual laning, which is actually pretty powerful because if Sand King gets in a Burrow Strike, there will be a Cold Feet also from the Ancient Apparition, and there will be a definite double stun for that person that got the stun, and that might mean early first blood from that combination. We see a Lone Druid being picked up for CLG. That's gonna be their solo lane. They still needed their solo lane, so that's gonna be a good pickup. That means that we also gonna see Leshrac in the middle most likely with a dual lane with Vengeful Spirit and Slardar. And that will be pretty solid too because there's a double stun on that lane as well. Will be quite interesting is if they face those. I'm just gonna have to check or redo this one. There we go, fixed. And yeah, we're just gonna go over everybody, see who's playing what. We see Miracle playing the Vengeful Spirit for CLG. We see Misery playing the Leshrac. Aka is playing on the Chen. The Slardar is being played by Let Live and Let Loda, so Loda there. And last but not least on CLG we have the Lone Druid towards the bottom lane played by Harosh. And everybody of CLG is just moving towards the top lane, sorry, yeah. It looks like M5 doesn't want to go for something that early yet. They just move around. We see SS going towards the bottom lane, probably gonna solo lane versus the Lone Druid. Quite interesting. With PGG in the forest on his Enigma. We see Blood Angel playing the Darkseer solo top most likely. With Ancient Apparition gonna just check out for runes too and help out if needed. And he is being played by Inmate. Wonder what he is gonna, if he's gonna go top or bottom, or if he's gonna get a double solo lane. Could be. There's gonna be at least Vigas playing the Sand King in the middle, it seems like. So an interesting laning from M5 here. Not what you would expect normally, or at least not with the Shadow Fiend there. The bear does catch out the Shadow Fiend, so he does know. Oh, we have a little bit of lag. Oh, we can't see the map. Oh, crap. Yeah, my bad. Fixed. Yeah, I'm sorry. We have a pause because the server lagged a little bit, and we're just waiting for the server to be straight again. We do have something going on here. It doesn't look like anything's gonna happen, but there was a stun. We see the Darkseer being stunned. I don't think Loda wants to go for this though, because Enigma is close there, and the Cold Feet will be on him pretty soon, or at least yeah, he'll be rest away. And the double damage rune is on the bottom lane. Doesn't, oh, PGG is leaving it for SS to be picked up for the Shadow Fiend. So we'll get an easy time getting some early last hits. In the meantime, we see the bear just getting that creep wave away from the tower, and we see PGG trying to stop it, but that's gonna be pretty tough. That bear has already got 1400 HP. It's just so much. It's not really a lot that he can do about that. In the meantime, we have maybe a first blood going on, or at least a little bit of harassment on Misery in the middle, where Playmate or Inmate, sorry, got his his Cold Feet up. Quite interesting to see that Leshrac hasn't skilled anything yet. Will be interesting to see what he goes for. Burst Strike is up on the Sand King for that early aggression, should he wanted to. So this dual lane is gonna make it very hard for Misery to get some last hits here. He is, I mean, like I said earlier, this is a double stun combination with the Cold Feet definitely getting off if there is a Burrow Strike with it. And he doesn't want to get first blooded, so ooh, we might see we see a Darkseer in a little bit of trouble. He does have Surge. We'll probably be able to search away, but there's a stun up on the Vengeful Spirit. We'll be able to use it. Right clicks go off. It doesn't look like there is a follow-up though. I mean, Slardar doesn't want to chase it, rather get some extra farm. So, yeah, Blood Angel just getting backed off. I heard a Burrow Strike. There's gonna be a first blood on the Leshrac. Enigma being there too to help out. Ancient Deprivation getting the last hit. Ancient Deprivation being in a lot of trouble. Tower hitting him. Oh, that was so close. He just needed one hit from that tower, and he would have died. Lucky mate. So that was the first blood going towards M5. And that will be a nice head start, definitely. We already have boots up on the Lone Druid. Let's see what the bear has. Nothing. Oh, the bear just got the boots from the Lone Druid. Making it easier for him to to pull the creep wave away. It's actually quite a nice strategy. I mean, it happens a lot with the Lone Druid on the solo lane. It just makes sure that Lone Druid gets that experience and also a little bit last hits also. Bear is taking quite a beating here from Enigma though. But we'll be able to catch the creep wave and pull the creep wave back. Just making sure that Harosh is getting some farm. In the meantime though, Shadow Fiend is of course also getting farm, having 15 last hits now. It's not the same as Lone Druid, who only has 2, but he gets the experience, and that's the most important thing. And not as much experience as a Shadow Fiend, but oh well. Let's see if we're gonna have something going here in the middle lane again. It's a very aggressive mid lane, and so far it has been working out great. I mean, it did get the first blood. Misery has 3 last hits, while Sandy has 10. Is not overly much yet, but definitely winning that lane so far. Let's check out the top lane in the meantime, where Slaughter is getting harassed a little bit by the Iron Shell, making it pretty tough for him to get close to farm. But he will need to, because he needs that farm. Needs that farm up. We have only 5 last hits up on Blood Angel, but Slaughter is sacrificing his health a little bit more. He has 18 for 5, so that's solid play from him. And of course, Misery is getting some extra experience here, even though he's a lower level than the Sand King is, meaning he's been forced out of the lane a bit too much for his own good. I mean, that's a trade-off you have if you have a middle lane. You're gonna get more farm, you're gonna have more lane control, but you will probably give a little bit more experience to the solo lane. But so far, that's not really been the case. He's been harassed out of the lane pretty nicely. Also means Age of Deprivation hasn't been there all the time. He's level 3. Sand King level 4, so he's been backing off pretty good. Ooh, we have something going on. Well, we missed that, sorry. We saw, or we didn't see, Darkseer dying, and Vengeful Spirit getting the kill on that, and looks like they might want to go again, or at least they're gonna try. CLG making sure that he backs off and doesn't get close to the tower. The tower, which is taking a heavy beating from the Chen here, and the Chen creeps just bashing in on it. Will probably go down. Fortification going off, just delayed a little bit. In the meantime, we see Misery getting killed for the 2nd time in the bottom lane, with Ancient Deprivation getting the cold feet off and the Burrow Strike being there for the Sand King. Level 5 and level 4 now, Misery dying once again. Not a very good start for him, and it will slow down his farm immensely. And in the meantime, Lone Druid and Shadow Fiend are just happily farming. Oh, Darkseer getting caught out again. Jen getting the kill this time. They're just gonna continue pushing, it seems, or at least they want to. Slaughter's getting teleported to base. He's too low to do anything about, but he'll be fine. Ancient Deprivation standing close by. Might want to try to catch out the Vengeful Spirit, but I doubt that he's going to be able to get a solo kill on that. Especially with the stun up on the Vengeful. But maybe just a little bit of harassment. But that's a quick tower and a bit of damage, and 2 kills on Blood Angel for a CLG. In the meantime, we have Enigma coming out of the forest to try to get a go on Lone Druid, who's able to back off instantly. He has face boots, so that will help him out a lot. And he took the boots from the bear, so the bear is empty once again. Let's see if well, there we go. We have Slaughter going probably towards bottom, try to get a gank in. Might, well, is not getting a thingy. Oh, we hear a Burrow Strike going off on the Misery once again. Is able to get a double damage wound, doesn't manage to pick it up. Isn't gonna try to pick it up, is gonna be on the run. Will get a stun in. No, doesn't get a stun in. Oh, I definitely thought he would get a stun in. Last hit goes to the Sand King. Double damage is up on the Slaughter, but he's not going to chase that. I really thought he was going to get a stun in and at least delay his execution a little bit. We have a stun on the Darkseer with another stun from the Centaur. He's going to try to surge away. We'll have a hard time doing so. There's no mana left on the Vengeful Spirit, so... Oh, never mind. There's mana on the Vengeful Spirit. And there we go. Chen getting the last hit. Slaughter being there a little bit to help out with his haste. At least got the experience for it, even though he didn't get the last hit. In the meantime, bottom tower is being pushed by Enigma and Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend getting entangling roots. I think he'll be fine. Though there's a Malefice on Leshrac with Leshrac teleporting in. He's gonna try to get the stun up. Doesn't get the stun up, but gets a lightning storm up. Lone Druid goes down. Lone Druid gets the kill on the Shadow Fiend. Wow, sorry. And well, nice TP and definitely made that kill. And made Leshrac level. Well, he's level 6 now, and he gets some extra experience. He doesn't need that. He needs the gold too. Malefice on the Lone Druid, getting harassed a little bit. Burrow Strike is going to be there too. One right click there. Sand King getting the kill. And wow, Leshrac is going to try to get him with his Edict though. He's taking a lot of damage from that Edict. Just needs a couple right clicks more. Burrow Strike will help him a little bit, but Vengeful Spirit is there. Gonna use his stun to get the last hit on him. And he won't be able to get out of that. Oh, Ancient Apparition might be in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna hit his ulti. Doesn't hit on the Vengeful Spirit though, because she turned back as soon as she saw that he was what he was doing. Going all aggressive on her, and Leshrac not being there to follow her up. Shadow Fiend has rotated to the middle from what it looks like, trying to get some extra farm. Oh, stun going off on the Shadow Fiend to stop him from chasing the Vengeful Spirit. Cold Vortex is there. Slaughter is there too. Amplified damage on the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend in a lot of trouble. We'll go down here. Vengeful Spirit getting the last hit on it, and Ancient Apparition. There is the Burrow Strike. Moves towards the spot where the Burrow Strike could actually hit the Slaughter. Will go down to the Leshrac Shadow Storm. And Slaughter will go down to the Enigma using his Cold Snap. We have a lot of kills here. Black Hole being used. Only Vengeful Spirit getting caught in, but she will probably die, even though Chen's ultimate going through. Lightning Storm hits on the... It's on the Sand King again, but Vengeful Spirit finishing off. Vengeful Spirit still dying towards the Enigma. And Leshrac taking a lot of damage. Doesn't have any mana to stop this from happening. Will probably die. The Surge is there on the Enigma, so Enigma's gonna try to chase her. Enigma doesn't have mana also though. Iron Shell on the Enigma. Gonna try to right click a little bit more. There's gonna be more helping coming from the Ancient Apparition, but it's not needed. Enigma getting the last hit with his right click. So that's a lot of kills in a short period of time, and seemingly pretty even too. I'm gonna wait a second before before checking the gold graph until all the kills are updated. But I would imagine it's still quite even. I mean, if we look at the farm, let's see. We have Shadow Fiend farming a lot. He has almost 50 last hits. He did die twice though. Poor Leshrac, that misery died 4 times. That's quite sad for him. But at least Chen didn't die yet, and Chen did get 2 kills, so he does have a nice farm. Let's see now then. Ooh, there we go. We have an advantage for CLG. Well, about 700 gold advantage. It's not that much actually, but yeah. There's also a tower difference. That's basically the tower. Well, a little less than a tower difference. There's a... Oh, wow. That was no chance for Lone Druid there with the combination of the ulti and the Malefice and the cold feet and everything. Quick kill for him. On him, even. But yeah, it looks pretty even. And even with the tower down, that makes it not so even. That means that M5 will probably be ahead if they kill this tower here, gold-wise. In the meantime, the CLG takes a tower on the bottom, so they trade a tower if they manage to take down this tower, which they probably will. Nobody trying to contest it. In the meantime, Shadow Fiend's trying to get some damage done on this middle tower. Probably not want to go for the tower itself. With double damage up on the Sand King, who's gonna try his luck at a Leshrac. Pops his epicenter, is gonna chase him down. Chen's ultimate going off. Shadow Fiend still going down. Sorry. Wow, Leshrac going down. Sorry, by the Shadow Fiend. And there's the Burrow Strike. And Shadow Fiend getting a double kill from that, getting the last hit on the Vengeful Spirit too. They're on the run now though. Slaughter is almost having his haste up again. He can stun. He's just waiting till it getting close. Oh, Burrow Strike is going to be there to stop it, and Shadow Fiend will probably... Nope, won't be able to get away. Sand King is going to be able to get away though. That's a nice one for him. And it doesn't seem like I have a mouse. That's weird.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh crap. I gotta unplug my mouse and plug him back in. Sorry. It's just gonna take a little time. There we go. Fixed. Let's see what we missed. We missed Leshrac getting a kill on the Enigma right here on the top lane, where he used the Edict to chase him down, probably. And sorry for that. That's a problem that Expert has with dual monitors sometimes, so that's why that happened. Looks like CLG wants to push down this middle tower. There is going to be some defense for it, though. They might not be all too comfortable doing that. Just making sure they know that they're there. Yeah, there's a raise from Shadow Fiend. Just to have them back off a little bit. They don't want them to push. They don't want them to try to push. They'd rather not take the team fight. But yeah, they just scare them off that way. In the meantime, Lone Druid is jungling in the forest, trying to get as much farm as he can. Doesn't have any items up on his bear, quite unusual. Not even boots. But so far it's not really needed. He's using it as a tank, so we'll be just fine. In the meantime, CLG not really backing out of the middle yet. Seemingly pushing quite heavily. We have M5 grouping up a little bit too. Let's see if there's a smoke up on someone. If they want to use that, no, they're just gonna defend it. What we did see was Hadris up on the Enigma, so he's probably going for yeah, he has a buckler too. He's probably gonna go for the mech, like I said earlier already, with the cloak up on the dark, so you're indicating he's gonna go for a pipe. And Age Deprivation being the person to ward. Grouping up, trying to get this tier 1 tower. Just a little right clicks away from that lightning storm will go through. Quite unusual to for Leshrac to not scale off his split earth, but with Sand King, or sorry, with Slaughter and I mean a dual Sun on his team with the Vengeful Spirit and a Slaughter, he doesn't really need to have that. He can get a stun in regardless if there's a stun on someone by someone else. So going for the lightning storm and the edict before that. We saw someone buying a Blink Dagger. It was the Sand King having his gold up for a Blink Dagger. Sand King also has boots and an urn. But that Blink Dagger will make his initiation quite powerful. Hood is up on the Darkseer now too. Let's check out some other items, see if I missed anything. Because I might have. Yeah, Ring of Aquila on Shadow Fiend. And has 1500 gold. I wonder what he's gonna go for as his next item. Or if he's gonna... yeah. I would expect a BKB because there's a lot of stuns on the Dire side, but in that case he didn't buy his Ogre Club yet, so he might go for something else first. Might go for a Shadow Blade or something. And we hear a teleport going off. There we go. Age of Deprivation being fast and get away from this Genki that was incoming for him. We'll leave Chen to try to push out the tier 2 tower a little bit. There we go, Enigma being caught out here, stun going off, uses his mech that is now complete, but will still die to the Leshrac. Vacuum is there to help out, but there was a swap. Blood Angel being in a little bit of trouble, getting stunned. Sand King is there too though, but he's gonna have to back out as Blood Angel takes a fall to the Chen. Looks like they might want to try to chase, or at least scare them off a little bit. There's the blink. Sand King is there, wants to go for this. There we go, getting the raise, kill on Leshrac so fast. Vortex up on the Vengeful Spirit being teleported home. Chase on the Chen though, Burst Strike going through. And there's not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to do anything anymore. Sand King in a little bit of trouble here. Is going to have to try to get out, but won't be able to do so. Ultimate from Shadow Fiend going through, but doesn't hit anything with it. And yeah, Slaughter getting out of there with a kill. Quite nice. Seems to be going for his Vanguard. Not all that fast Vanguard, but you know he has an urn. So he's doing fine. I just bought something on the courier. It was probably his shield. There we go. And yeah, the mech completed on the Enigma. It's always nice to have. Let's see how the Dire is going to go with their support items. The mech is being built by the Chen. Only needs his recipe. So almost ready on that front. We have Leshrac as a point booster. Also has an Ogre Club though. It's a bit unsure what he might go for. Well, he might of course go for an Aghanim's, but I'm not really sure that's the right Way to go. Especially since he doesn't have the mana pool and he doesn't even have Nova yet, so doesn't have the mana pool to pump out his Nova. So it might just be just to boost his HP a little bit. Some counter warding being done. And there we go. Ward down. And Age Deprivation going out here very fast. And there we go, another ward being used. It's a nice trade anyway. Age Deprivation has really back off. There we go. Chase doesn't continue, but he was too far away. Looks like Starda wants to go for the Roshan. There is gonna be a lot of minus armor on the Roshan. I'm expecting maybe a minus 13 also with the amplified damage on him, which is not on there yet actually. Quite surprised that Loda's not putting it on him. Don't like it has a long cooldown. There we go, has to of course pop his Lincolns first. Minus 15 armor even. That's a lot of armor right there. Age Deprivation is ulti is not gonna hit anything. And everybody backs off once again. Counter warding is being done again by Inmate. Nice job. Looks like Sand King is looking for action. Seemingly. Where's he gonna go? He might go to the forest instead. They have amplified damage and Shadow Fiend is backing off. Doesn't want to be there anymore. Who did buy his BKB, so he only needs his recipe. Doesn't have a Min Throw Hammer and an Ogre Club. So he will be safe from those stuns in a team fight. Because there's a lot of stuns. Slardar, the Shrek and Vengeful Spirit.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Lone Druid denied the top tower. Making it not interesting for Sand King to be there anymore, and he's gonna teleport toward the bottom lane, where everybody from 5 is gathering. Let's see if they have a dust on them. Yes, they do. They're gonna go for well, they're gonna still go for trying to get Roshan. They will be too late. Roshan will die. Age Deprivation ulti will hit. Burst Strike is there from the Sand King, whose one aim is to get the Roshan. Darkseer Wall is there. Slaughter is gonna drop very fast. Black Hole is there, catching 3 of the Dire so much, and they're backing out. They're gonna have to back out because they're outnumbered here. And with the Slaughter down, they're not that powerful anymore. It looks like M5 doesn't want to chase them all that much. They'd rather get the Roshan. But Lone Druid is there to try to get the Roshan instead. Fakim is there to chase them off a little bit. Cold Feet is there, and there's the Shadow Fiend picking off the Aegis while Vengeful Spirit goes down to the Enigma. And yeah, nobody chases anybody so far. M5 is not on full health, not on full mana, so I'm expecting them to be backing off a little bit. Let's see. Are there actually mana boots up on someone? Because I feel like they missed that maybe. Yeah, nobody has mana boots on the Radiant side. Quite surprising because at least Sand King is pretty mana heavy. He does have gold to buy mana boots if you want to. Still have the brown boots, so could do that. Age Deprivation doesn't really need it, but could use it as a support item. And Enigma also still has brown boots, so they went for their other items pretty fast, rather going for those than upgrade their boots. And everybody backing off. We see Chen still working towards his mech, not having his recipe completed yet. Don't know what Leshrac is going for still. Quite odd if he goes for an Aghanims at this stage. He doesn't have the mana to make good use of that. But we will find out. Starter has a smoke in his bag, seeing if he can use that. Let's see. Oh, Bear finally has something. Has a ring of regen. Let's say every little bit helps. There is 3k gold on the Lone Druid, though. He will probably get a Radiance pretty soon for his Bear to be able to farm even more, because that's just very powerful to have on a Bear. And a Bear does a lot of damage, and it's not easily killed. I mean, 2700 HP. That's nothing to mess with, and if you want to try to focus him down first because he has that Radiance, that's not going to be an easy job because of that HP. But you don't want to leave him up either, because you know he has a Radiance, so he does quite do a lot of damage, especially to buildings. So that's going to be really powerful for him, and he's having good farm now, 3600 gold. I'm quite expecting him to already buy something, but maybe not yet. Seems like they're setting up to go for a fight. If M5 wants to continue pushing this, they don't want to continue pushing this, though. They're gonna just back off while Slardar is farming the Ancients that are stacked up a little bit for him, together with the Bear. I'm gonna share the gold from it. It's fine. Still nothing bought on the lone druid. Gonna keep an eye on him. And there we have BKB completed on the Shadow Fiend, so he had his recipe now too. Still has 1k. 1k gold available. And there we have Mana Boots on the Sand King. Good choice for him, because he really needs that. And that will make them make it possible for them to also get back after a team fight, continue pushing, because they need that mana. They need to be able to do stuff after they win a team fight, if they win a team fight, of course. Looks like there's going to be some help from Blood Angel and PGG going towards bottom tier 2 tower also. Maybe looking into a team fight. Sand King already setting up for a good epicenter. If there's going to be defense for this, which so far there isn't, so we might have to get out of there again. It looks like CLG just going to give this tower away though. There's nobody really there to help out, to do anything about this. Easy tower. There we go. Shadow Fiend getting the last hit of that. And some more gold. Just check out the gold graph. I didn't do that in a while. Sorry. And 5 heavily in advantage because of the fight at the Roshan pit and then a tower afterwards. That's a huge difference. Over 5k ahead now. Even though I have say 20 minutes in, 5k difference is not all that much. It is a lot, of course, but it's not the end of the world. Definitely for CLG. Same goes for the experience graph. A little dip down just now because while M5 was killing off the tower, everybody from CLG was farming and getting experience, but also a 5k ahead in that way. It looks like M5 is gonna go back to farming a little bit too. Just trying to keep the advantage that they have and trying to catch out some heroes maybe. I am quite surprised that CLG is not able to push more, especially since they got Leshrac and the Chen. That's a lot of pushing power, but they don't really seem to bring it yet. But also, of course, Leshrac was shot down pretty hard at the start, so that's got to be a pretty tricky job for him. Oh, what's the junkie doing? What does he have? He has Ogre Club. He has Ogre Club for the Slaughter. Slaughter is probably building a BKB too. Just so he can withstand the stun from the... Hey, is the Ogre Club been returned? Yeah, okay, never mind that. But if it's from Slaughter, then at least... Sorry, gonna go here first, because there's Sand King in a little bit of trouble. A long dive from M5 trying to catch someone out. Doesn't seem like they got anyone though, unless there wasn't anything that they got from that. Pipe goes off and they will be able to back out. Quite surprising that they got in so far on the base and nobody died. Nobody of CLG and nobody of M5. Black Hole didn't go off. Every ultimate's still up. They might want to go again. They could definitely go again. It's not all health up on the Shadow Fiend, but Slaughter taking a lot of damage. Swap is there though. Vengeful Spirit to save the day. Black Hole is there, catching both Slaughter and Misery. And Slaughter is going to take a fall to the Shadow Fiend while Misery is trying to get out. Might still die. He's going to get teleported home by the Chen. Will be able to do so. And it looks like everybody is backing off a little bit again. Sand King finishing off the Vengeful Spirit just now, who was running away from them here. Who saved the life of the Slaughter, even though Slaughter still died. Bear is gonna go down. Bear, who now has the Radiant, so good kill there on the Bear. Well, they were free to do that because there was nobody to support the Bear there. They're gonna try to continue to push this. Bear is back up. It's such an annoying Bear. I mean, it's killing off the creep wave a little bit. Oh, Leshrac pops his BKB. Gonna pop his Nova a little bit. He's gonna try to run away. Mech was there to help him out a little bit. Everybody backing off. And yeah, there's the TPs going out. And that was a nice push in. That they didn't. Well, they got the tower to half health. If they do it again, I mean, they didn't lose anything. If they do it again, the tower will be down, and maybe melee barracks along with it. Good defense from CLG though, even though they didn't manage to kill anybody, they did stop the push in and scare them off enough. Quite impressed by Leshrac being able to walk in there with his BKB on, so that helps. But still, yeah, CLG will get this tower no problem. It's not even being contested. Vengeful Spirit getting the last hit on that. Not really convinced that should have happened, but at least it didn't go to a siege creep or something. So that's something. So yeah, Leshrac having his Black King bar completed, like as we just saw. So that was what the Ogre Club was for, and he's just gonna have a point booster in his bags just to have some extra money and mana and health up, which will be good for them. And we have a smoke up on them as we just saw. Let's see what they're gonna try though. Double damage on the Slardar. They're not gonna be able to do anything though. They're just gonna back off. Don't want to get caught out. Don't want, or not like gonna be able to catch someone. So it was a bit of a failed smoke, but at least yeah, at least he didn't die. So it's a good one. We have Yasha up on the Shadow Fiend together with the ultimate orb. Yeah, that's almost the Manta style completed. Just needs the recipe. I was gonna say just needs the recipe, but he just buys the recipe, so he has his Manta style completed, and that will make him more annoying to deal with. You have, as we just saw already with the black hole from Enigma coming out, we have a blink dagger up on him, which was already used in a previous fight pretty successfully, might I add, because it got Slardar and Leshrac, and even got Slardar killed. So nice one for him. We have Mana Boots up on the Ancient Apparition now too. Good support item. He doesn't really need it himself, but others do need it, so that's gonna be helpful. Let's see. I missed some other items. Yeah, the Ogre Club was indeed from Slardar. That was what I was saying before the previous dive-in started. It will stop him from getting Burrow Strike, but it won't stop him from getting Black Hold. I mean, that will still go through. So it helps a little bit, not entirely. It wouldn't have, if for example, it wouldn't have helped with the last skill just now. Look at them, just waiting for the push in. Nobody is able to farm anything apart from the creep wave pushing in. There we go. They're gonna go in. Manta style is popped. We're gonna probably see the pipe up soon too, or at least nope, no pipe. There, everybody's backing off again. Tower is gonna go down though. Shadow Fiend getting the last hit. Shadow Fiend taking a lot of damage, and the bear gonna be annoying for him too because he's taking damage from the thing too. But he has Aegis, so he'll be fine. Black Hole's there, catching the Slardar. Oh, and there's a vacuum catching 4 of CLG in it, and that's... So, wow, that's a double kill for the Sand King. Vengeful Spirit and Slardar going down there. And, yeah, Leshrac went down too. That was what this setup was made for, even though it got quite a bit, but not everybody. And, yeah, their barracks are gonna go down. Ranged barracks are gonna go down. They're gonna try probably to rotate down to the top lane, because they can do that. They have the momentum to do so. Or at least try to. Slardar is gonna try to stop it. Doesn't seem like he wants to go in there all that much though. Yeah, he bought back there. That's why he's here. And it looks like Lone Druid is a bit hesitant on what he's doing here. They can't really stop it. They're outnumbered. They're out-farmed. Goldgraph spiking even more. Burst Strike is gonna hit. Vacuum is there too. Chen's ultimate to help out a little bit. But Shadow Fiend pumping out a lot of damage, killing off the bear at least. Leshrac diving, trying to kill the Enigma. Does get the Enigma though. Shadow Fiend's ultimate gonna hit. Pipe is up though. Stun's gonna hit on the Shadow Fiend. Probably gonna take a fall here. No vacuum saving his life. Sand King getting the Leshrac in the meantime, who dived a bit too far. And that's nobody dead. 4 and 5 still. And they got barracks, they got a tower, they got 4 kills in total, because Leshrac died twice. And still, they lost no lives. That's really impressive. They're gonna back off now. Because they feel like they did their job, got what they came for, even a little bit extra with the tier 3 tower on the top lane. And they're gonna back off. See if they're gonna go again. And they're gonna go for Roshan. They can do that. They can definitely do that. Leshrac is not there to help out if it turns into a team fight. I don't think CLG can do anything to stop them from taking this fight. They might try though. Mech going off for a little bit extra armor. They know that they're there. Vengeful Spear spotting them out, but they're backing off a little bit just to make sure that Vengeful Spirit can't get a swap on him, on them. Darkseer Wall's there. Shadow Fiend picking up the Aegis once again. Burrow Strike is there too. Chen taking a lot of damage. Will probably stay alive though. With Sand King taking a lot of damage from the stun, also from the Vengeful Spirit. Age Deparation ulti hit. BKB on Leshrac is up and chasing down the Age Deparation, which he will get. And there we go. Age Deparation killed off. Oh, that was the Shadow Fiend who has Aegis, so it's already popped the Aegis. They're chasing down the Lone Druid. There is a Burrow Strike to help out. There's gonna be some extra. Well, He's not going to be able to get away from this. Slardar taking a lot of damage. Burst Strike will be up in 4 seconds on the Sand King. Not sure if it's needed though. There we go, not needed. Enigma getting the last hit on that. And that's only the Enigma dying for M5. And CLG taking a dive. Shadow Fiend, oh look, they're chasing down more here. Shadow Fiend getting a kill on the Shrek. And this Vengeful Spirit won't be staying alive very much longer either. Iron Shell is up. Vacuum is there too. Shadow Fiend getting the last hit on him. A double kill for the Shadow Fiend. In the meantime, the melee barracks on the top lane are getting bashed at. This game is looking very, very much in favor for M5. With only Chen left up, he's not able to do anything here. Doesn't have any creeps. Is just not able to defend this. And on the bottom lane, we see that Shadow Fiend and Darkseer are gonna try to push down this tier 3 tower, and they will probably be able to do so. Lone Druid not going to be able to do anything, doesn't have his bear for another 20 seconds, and there's the GG called. And that means that M5 will take this first game. It's a best out of 3, so there will be another game after this, which will probably be casted by Purge, not me. And yeah, first game very convincingly for M5. I mean, it was even for a long time, but as soon as they started taking those team fights, they got the best of that. And of course, what a great combination with the Sand King and the Vacuum and Enigma. It's just so powerful, especially if you have Iron Shell in there too. It's just so much AoE damage. Surprised what would happen if there was what's that called, the Necronomicon, but we'll never find out. There we go. You might want to just take a look at this still. Gonna wait until you see that.